Good morning again. It's almost 8 o'clock, and I was going to get up and get dressed and go to McDonald's here. Looks like it's going to be a half decent day here in Nanaimo, on Vancouver Island. One of the things that was in my spirit when I was waking up a couple hours ago, it has to do with this planet that, this X-planet, Planet X, Niberu, coming forth of the Nephilim. NASA's trying to hide this, and they've been building their underground bases. The United States has 135 underground bases, and they're trying to cover their butts for when this flyby happens, and all the so-called elite are hoping that their finances are going to save them. It just seems like Satan's trying to cover his butt and to preserve himself and his fallen seed and all this stuff, and that the remainder will be his servants to bow down and serve him. But I don't think this is going to happen. Not the way that he thinks anyway, because he's not the man in charge. And anyway, I want to stay on topic here. Niberu's coming. I think most of us know about 2012. At least those who are in the know, right? We know that Niberu's coming. And you might have heard Bill Deagle yesterday mention about safe places in the earth. If the powers to be, if our governments are going to leave us stranded on the surface, if they're going to be like little bunnies and jump in their holes and try to hide and survive, just like the Nephilim and the people then, they try to hide from the hand of God, from his judgment, and from the waters of the flood, and they went underground and built their cities. Most died, but some made it through. Some of the seed of the Nephilim made it through. We're just seeing a repeat in history here. And but if you're on the surface and you know these things, what do? Well, I think the only thing that's going to help in these times is you're going to need some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that goes beyond human. People are going to need a guiding hand in these last days. The Bible does talk about this. If you read Revelations, the 12th chapter, it talks about this man-child, or this male child coming forth, which are the spiritual warriors of light. These are the ones that are in the know, and they go forth to do exploits in the land. And in this time of economic crisis that's unfolding at this time, and a lot of people are losing their homes, and we're seeing a shift in the wealth of the land. And it talks about the wealth of the world is going to be put into the hands of the righteous, to those that know and understand what's coming down. And as I look back over my shoulder, over the last 20 years, 25, 30 years, I realize that the Most High God has been training me to build these places of refuge that's mentioned in Revelations 12, the 5th verse. That God's going to raise up this man-child company, and they're going to build these light centers in specified locations on the planet. And these places of light, they were first seen by David Terrell back in the late 50s. In visions, the Lord showed him people coming together from all denominations: Baptist, Mennonite, Church of Christ, Spirit-filled, things like this. And God's going to bring forth people from many walks of faith, and it's going to be for everybody who wants to walk in the Spirit and walk in love. But it's going to take some kind of building plan to get ready, and I believe we may have maybe a year, maybe less than a year. But I know what the Lord told Paul up in Fairbanks about a week ago, that the Lord spoke to him and said that by next spring that they would be brought into a place of refuge. So I believe we're coming to the time where these plans are going to be brought forth in the earth. And I know what another sister back in '95, when I just turned 40, that she saw me going from this one place in the Carolinas. Carolinas is going to be become home to the tribe of Judah. That God's going to build a city there without walls, and it's going to become the camp of the saints in the earth, and the powers of hell won't be able to touch it. And it's going to make it through the nuclear war and all that's coming. But anyway, she see me going forth from this place. This place would become our home, and I don't know the exact location. But anyway, I went forth from that place into other states, and I had these plans that I've been working on that would make it possible to build a place of refuge within a very short, within a span of 3 months, say. And so I was going around the state, from state to state, in truck and camper, and bringing forth this knowledge, and people will start building. Then the vision changed, and I was going around the world building these light centers. You're just getting the word out. I believe we're at that time now that there's economic shaking. There's a reason for it, and is that God is shaking the finances, and the finances are going to be used to build these safe areas in the earth. And like I was saying, we don't have all that many years. 2012 is quickly upon us, and Satan and all his buddies and his gang and his seed and all that, they're going to hide out and leave us stranded on top. But God does have a plan, and for the survival of those who are on the surface, the ones that make it through all the chaos, that He is going to lead away from the coastal cities that are going to be hit with these weather changes and climate changes and polar shift and all that. So my word goes out to you to say that, well, yeah, God knows and He understands, and